We've been covering a lot of quality PSN digital deals that have been available just because the summer has been packed with them, but there are a ton of quality physical game deals that are available right now, and I know a lot of you guys like us covering those, so I do want to take a look at a bunch of deals available on that end right now. We got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 solid deals available, so without further ado, let's get right into it. First of all, Tales of Vesperia is down to $14.99 over on Amazon. You guys know how I feel about Vesperia. I think this is an awesome JRPG for a lot of reasons. Now, if you've played the Tales of games, you know that fundamentally from a graphical style and a gameplay standpoint, they are very similar. Vesperia does have an overworld, which some of the more recent Tales of games have foregone. However, it's generally very similar. The story itself isn't anything blow away, a typical save-the-world story. However, what's really great about Vesperia is the star-studded cast of characters. There are a lot of compelling characters in the game, and I've often said it about Vesperia, but man, JRPGs really have this trope of going for the zero to hero main character archetype. I look at a game like Legend of Heroes and it really falls into that trope, and you get a lot of the same archetype, typical Japanese RPG main characters, and that is annoying at times. Yuri in Tales of Vesperia is the complete antithesis of what I just mentioned. He is just a lackadaisical character that is so likable. He is one of the most likable main characters in any video game. Let's just remove the JRPG limiter here, and there are a lot of other great characters that round out the roster, and overall the game itself is a very well made game. $15 for it I think is excellent. Also on Amazon is The Evil Within 2. That is down to $9.99. What a great deal on The Evil Within 2. A really solid survival horror game, which is a significant step up from The Evil Within 1. I thought Tango Gameworks did a really good job on this one, and Tango Gameworks obviously working on something else right now, and the name of it is just completely escaping me right now. Looks pretty good, a little bit zany, but Evil Within 2, really solid game. If you want a quality survival horror title, definitely give that a look. $9.99 is a solid pickup as well. Alright, last Amazon deal I do want to mention, not a great game, but Ghost Recon Breakpoint is down to $9.99. This is so crazy to be down this cheap. I mean, it came out back in October, and it's already down to $10, which is kind of crazy to think about. Now, this is a game that Ubisoft has remained committed to. They roll out updates pretty consistently, so if you've been eyeing this up, $9.99 for it is a pretty good buy. I wanted to give that a mention. Alright, Battlefield 5 Deluxe Edition, $15 for this one. It's Battlefield 5. I think Battlefield 5 is pretty good. I know the promotional aspect of the game was absolutely butchered, and you know, you can see that from the commercial side of the thing as well. Commercially, this game did not do that well, but quality standpoint, I mean, it wasn't as good as Battlefield 1 or 4, but I thought it was an alright game by its own standard, and $15 for it I think is pretty good. Next up, NieR Automata Game of the Yorha Edition, $19.99. Can't go wrong with NieR Automata. It is an excellent action JRPG done by the guys over at Platinum Games while also retaining the visual aesthetic and great music that the original Nier had. It really came together and created an awesome action JRPG. Music, again, absolutely stellar. Visuals are solid. Story is a little bit kind of hard to follow at first, but then everything really comes together by the end, and it's a very, very compelling narrative. $20 for the game, I think, is really solid. Middleearth Shadow of War Standard Edition, Best Buy, $8.49. Shadow of War is really good. Had some issues initially and some controversy, but a lot of that was remedied, and overall, if you played Mordor and you enjoyed that, Shadow of War is a considerable improvement upon that game. Combat is great. World is pretty big. Content is there in spades. $8.49 for it I think is really good. Give that a look. Code Vein is down to $19.99. Code Vein is a pretty interesting game. A lot of people will compare it to the Souls games, but obviously it does have more of an anime aesthetic, and it definitely does fall into that category where if you like the visual style, if you like the presentation, Code Vein is probably going to be a game you really enjoy. The story isn't anything blow away, but for $19.99 I think it's a good buy. At $59.99, little bit pricey. $20, however, I think is a really, really good price for it, and I think it's on sale on the PlayStation Store now as well, but this is considerably cheaper than what we've seen on the PlayStation Store. I believe this recently got an MSRP drop to $30, so the discounts you're going to see on it from here on out are going to be a bit better than what you're used to. Alright, how about this? Borderlands 3, $9.99. Oh my god, how quickly has this game just rocketed down in price? I talked about it a few weeks ago, and it being at $13, I was pretty gung-ho about that being the cheapest price this game game was gonna go for, but now $9.99. Yeah, I'm sure the game sold well. I don't know what 2K Games' initiative is with lowering it to $9.99. However, I do very much expect this game to either get a Game of the Year edition or to get a PlayStation 5 Definitive Edition with all of the DLC, or hell, we could get both of those. I definitely think that's gonna happen. You look at 2K's track record, you look at Borderlands track records, how many Borderlands re-releases have there been? Yeah, that's all you gotta say. However, if you've been eyeing to play Borderlands 3 at $9.99, that's a pretty ridiculous deal, and I wanted to give that a shot. Alright, next up, Metro Exodus Day 1 Edition. I don't know how this is the Day 1 Edition, considering it came out back in February 15th of 2019. I think we're a little past Day 1 at this point. Deep Silver, 4A Games, I don't know what that's all about. Maybe that's a Best Buy thing. $15 for it, I think, is quite good. I did not think Exodus was quite as strong as Metro 2033 or Last Light, but I thought incredibly highly of those two aforementioned titles. Exodus is still a solid game, and for $15, I think it's worthwhile playing. For a long time, I was hesitant on giving this one recommendations because I just saw the PC and Xbox One, though the game was just available on Game Pass, $1 a month, and you could just play Exodus that way. $15, however, really solid pickup and a quality atmospheric first-person shooter. And lastly, do want to give a shout to Shenmue 3, which is down to $20. Now look, Shenmue 3, very rough around the edges. It is not a perfect game, but if you are nostalgic with Shenmue 1 and 2, if you played those recently, you know you gotta play Shenmue 3 and you gotta see where the story goes. Ultimately, Shenmue 3 is not, you know, worth the build-up per se, but it's Shenmue, and you know, the narrative continues here, and I did want to give that a shot, especially at $20. At the initial $60, yeah, very, very pricey, but $20 is a much more palatable price point, so I wanted to give that a shout. Alright, that's going to conclude this video. Again, a lot of great deals available right now for those of you guys that prefer your physical games. Tales of Vesperia is an awesome JRPG. NieR Automata, double so. The Evil Within 2 is excellent. Ghost Recon Breakpoint at $9.99. Borderlands 3 as well. Code Vein, Metro Exodus, a lot of good stuff. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.